way back into time.
Drop! Let's take it back to the old school. Let's take it to Union Square. Let's take it back to the LQ. And wave your hands like you just don't care. Let's take it back to the old school.
Back in the days. I'm taking it back, come follow me. Back in the days.
Way back in the days when hip-hop began. Remember back in the days.
CMS Comic Vet.
What's up, everybody out there? Once again, it's your boy, CMS. And you know how I do it. I'm coming at you with music and fun. And if you're not careful, you just might learn something before we're done. So this haul is going to be from July 7th, 2021. And oh man, my Anya Black Widow spec is gone. One of my partners overseas told me they saw the movie and there's no Anya in the movie at all. Matter of fact, instead of Anya, her name is Antonia. And instead of her mother being in charge of the Red Room, her father is in charge of the Red Room. So they flipped everything. But oh well, you win some, you lose some. But I sold my New Moves 98 for $2,800. That's why I don't sell big books on eBay, because I don't need Tommy Boy and his buddies verifying my sales. Speaking of Tommy Boy, did you see his boy Russ pump that Thanos 13 lenticular last week on their top 10 video? Man, he was pumping that book. I wish I had some so I could sell. That's what I call a pump. But anyway, I gotta give a shout out. So we're gonna start this haul off with Justice League number 64. I picked up 7 copies of this issue, and it was a kind of hot issue, but when I read it, I noticed there's a first appearance of Damon Rose inside of it. I don't know why people aren't talking about it, because I know a lot of people are expecting him to come back in Checkmate number 2. But I don't know what he's gonna do, but he's in this book. That's his first appearance. I also picked up Wonder Girl number 2. I picked up 3 copies of Batman 110, the A cover. And I picked up 5 copies of this B cover, this Jock cover. I really like this cover. The Nice House on the Lake number 2, I picked up 4 copies of the A cover. And I got 2 copies of the B cover. Suicide Squad number 5, I picked up 2 copies. Now for Marvel, I picked up 10 copies of Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 14. Had a first appearance and a first appearance on the cover as well. I got this Werewolf by Night 32, the facsimile, that's the first Moon Knight. I picked up 2 copies of Mortal Hulk number 48. Sad to see that almost end. Extreme Carnage number 1. I got Captain America number 30. I picked up Avengers number 46. Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 2. Another X-Men reboot, X-Men number 1. And for my indies, I got 5 copies of Stray Dogs number 1, the 4th print. I'm glad I pre-ordered these because I would have never been able to pick them up. I have 3 copies of number 2, the 3rd print. And I also have 3 copies of number 3, the 3rd print. So Stray Dogs has been that book pretty much lately. I picked up Fight Girls number 1. I got a copy of God Killer Tomorrow's Ashes number 1. I got 2 copies of Sleigh Bells by Bad Ideas. Shh, don't tell anybody though. And I picked up 2 copies of Skybound X number 1. And I got 3 copies of Orcs in Space number 1 and 2. It was something about this book that made me order 3 of them, so we'll see what happens with it. I also picked up another copy of Web of Spider-Man number 2, 2 more copies of that. I got 2 more copies of the nice House on the Lake #1, the 1 in 25. I hope that book blows up. And I picked up another copy of Gamma Flight #1, the 1 in 25. So I'm not that guy to be telling you to pick up books that I don't have myself. Hey, pick up this book before it's too late, but then I don't have it. But these are some books I think maybe you should consider getting if you can afford. Some cost more than others, but with the Fantastic Four coming to the MCU, these might be good to pick up. So this is Thor 161, 162, 168, and 169. This is the first time they had wrote about the origin of Galactus. And then later, John Byrne wrote this book, Supervillain Classics #1. This book retold the origin of Galactus, and it added some parts to it. And this book is not that expensive, so it might be good to pick up. The Silver Surfer 81 and 82 was the first appearance of Tyrant. Tyrant, he wasn't really a herald of Galactus. Galactus almost created him equal. But after the issues he had with him, he settled for heralds from then on. And his first herald was the Fallen One. And his first appearance is in Thanos #11. He didn't work out. And next we have the Silver Surfer, his most popular herald, Fantastic Four 48, 49, and 50. So this is Fantastic Four Annual #5, and this features the first solo Silver Surfer story. And of course I got Silver Surfer #1. This is his first solo series that he had on his own. So after the Silver Surfer, he started getting a bunch of heralds. The first one was Airwalker. He made his debut in Fantastic Four #120. The next herald was Firelord. His first appearance is Thor 225. Even the Destroyer armor was a herald for a minute. His first appearance is Journey into Mystery #118. And this is Fantastic Four #211, the first appearance of Terrax. And this is Fantastic Four #164, the first appearance of Frankie Ray. Well, Frankie later becomes a herald of Galactus Nova in Fantastic Four 244. This is Silver Surfer #69 to 70, the first appearance of Morg. Morg was something to deal with, and all the heralds had to gang up to get rid of him. We have Galactus the Devourer #1. This is the first appearance of Red Shift. And even Johnny Storm was a herald of Galactus back in FF #520. And last but not least, we have Stardust. His first appearance is Stormbreaker, Beta Ray Bill #1. And my spec book is going to be Thor 288. This is the first appearance of the One Above All. He's the leader of the 4th host. So I can't see them having an Eternals movie without having Celestials there. And then when you look at the cast for the Eternals, you see somebody has been cast as Sprite as well as Gilgamesh. Now, if you look in Eternals #13, all the Eternals except Sprite, they're in the Unimind, and that's when the Deviants launch a missile against the Celestials. Sprite gives a spaceship and a suit of armor to Gilgamesh, aka the Forgotten One, to disarm the missile. Well, the One Above All, he intervenes. You have to read the story yourself. But he intervenes, and then the Forgotten One disarms the missile. But the One Above All, he takes an interest in the Forgotten One. So this might be a good book, because with Eternals 2 coming as well, I don't see how you have Gilgamesh and Sprite and not have the One Above All. And on that note, thanks for coming out. God bless, and good night.